Think living off of passive dividend income is awesome? What if it were more awesome than you think? Want to collect even more dividends than you were before? Then you have to check out today's video.
He is a best-selling author.
30-year-old Jason Fieber has a plan.
This guy retired at only 33 years old.
I don't know if I know too many people that have accomplished something like that.
He's really kind of a guru when it comes to passive income.
Before I get into today's content, please give us a big thumbs up if you find value in our videos. Helps us get the word out and grow the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. I used to play the Monopoly board game a lot as a kid, and I remember sometimes drawing the chance card that said, "Bank pays you a dividend of $50. That made an impression on me. In fact, I have a framed version of that very chance card right over here on my desk. So even as a kid, I kind of had a dream about living off of dividends. I imagined walking out to my mailbox and collecting my dividend checks a few times per month. Well, it's a lot better than that in reality. First, my dividends are digitally deposited automatically right into my brokerage account. I don't even need to walk out to a mailbox. Second, and more importantly, these dividends are routinely increasing. That's because I invest in high quality dividend growth stocks. What could be better than totally passive dividend income? Totally passive dividend income that's increasing all by itself. And that is what today's video is all about. Today, I want to tell you about 3 dividend growth stocks that just increased their dividends. Ready? Let's dig in. The first dividend increase you should know about came from American Tower Corp, stock ticker AMT. American Tower just increased their dividend by 2.4%. I know, I get it. You might be asking yourself, what's so exciting about a 2.4% dividend increase? Well, American Tower tends to increase its dividend every quarter. That's right, quarterly dividend increases. Gotta love it. And these quarterly increases add up. The stock's 5-year dividend growth rate is 19.1%. This is the 11th consecutive year of dividend increases for the cell tower company. American Tower is a fantastic infrastructure business, and as the 5G rollout continues, this company's infrastructure will only become more critical and necessary. This sets them up for a long growth runway, which naturally should bleed down into many, many more dividend increases to come. Meanwhile, the stock yields a healthy 1.9%. The stock is up almost 20% year to date, but I don't think the valuation is obscene. No, it's not the cheapest stock out there, but you get what you pay for. This is not cheap junk. It's a phenomenal business. Most basic valuation metrics are elevated relative to their respective recent historical norms. Notably, however, the yield is right in line with its own 5-year average. A dip would be great, but if you don't already own this name, you might want to put it on your radar. The second dividend increase I want to tell you about came courtesy of Clorox Co, stock ticker CLX. Clorox just increased their dividend by 4.5%. Not the biggest dividend increase in the world, but it does beat inflation, and this increase is yet another in a very long line of dividend increases. The consumer products company has now increased its dividend for 44 consecutive years. How's that for reliability? Your bills are very reliable, right? And you want your passive dividend income to be just as reliable, if not more so. Clorox is one of those steady Eddie stocks that can be a ballast in a portfolio that steadily chugs along no matter what's going on in the world. That's because the company's product lineup, from trash bags to disinfectants, are part of everyday life, and they have some of the most trusted and well-known brands out there, including Clorox and Glad. Unlike many other dividend growth stocks out there, this stock is actually down on the year. The stock saw a massive pandemic-induced spike as people rushed out to stock up on cleaning supplies. The stock has come back down though, and is down more than 11% year to date. Many of its basic valuation metrics are in line with or even slightly below their respective recent historical averages. The stock now yields 2.6%, which is 20 basis points higher than the stock's own 5-year average. Could be a good time to once again stock up on this name. Last but not least, let's talk about the dividend increase that came in from LyondellBasell Industries NV, stock ticker LYB. They just increased their dividend by 7.6%. This is a pretty strong dividend increase, especially considering that the stock yields 4% right now. The stock gives you a compelling combination of yield and growth, It's a nice balance between the two. This marks the 11th consecutive year of dividend increases for the chemicals company. The stock has been on a tear over the last year, up by about 50%, and it hasn't slowed down into 2021 either. It's up 23% year to date, but this was one of those stocks that got so beaten up during the pandemic crash last spring, it's basically just rebounded back to where it probably should be. Even after that huge run, it doesn't look outrageously valued. It's only slightly above where it was in late 2019, and we're almost 2 years on from that point. The stock's 5-year average yield is 4.2%, so there's not a huge delta there. I wouldn't say it's undervalued, but it is a higher yielding chemical stock to consider, especially if it were to dip back down to the $100 per share level. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give us a like if you did, and let us know in the comments what you think about these dividend increases. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on new content. Also take a look at the description box below for some important links, including the link to my personal stock portfolio. This 6-figure portfolio, which I call the Fire Fund, generates enough passive dividend income for me to live off of. It allowed me to retire in my early 30s. I've made my portfolio entirely accessible over a Patreon, and I also post alerts there whenever I buy or sell stock. I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm often invested in the same high-quality dividend growth stocks that I make videos on. Over the years, I've heard from thousands of investors who have been profiting from many of the same exact stocks that I own. So if you think this is something that you could benefit from as well, check the link in the description to see my portfolio and start getting my buy and sell alerts. I'll see you next time.